Entering the full-time workforce for the first time can be challenging and scary for young people. One of the biggest obstacles is learning to handle money. Personal financial expert Ashley Feinstein-Gerstley has a new book with advice everyone could use. It's called Financial Adulting, Everything You Need to Be a Financially Confident and Conscious Adult.
And Ashley joins us live. Ashley, thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
It's good to talk to you. So this phrase adulting, is this kind of a millennial thing that people say, like transitioning into the next phase of your life, or am I getting that wrong?
I think it can be for any age, but it's about taking care of ourselves, and it could be our wellness, our habits, our finances.
So the three biggest mistakes that young adults make after they graduate college, because everyone always thinks, retirement is a million years away, but tell people, if you're young getting that first job, what are the mistakes they're making?
Yes, these are all mistakes that I've made personally, so I'm excited to share them. I'd say the first is not taking advantage of their 401ks if that's offered by their employer, especially if there's 401k matching, which is essentially free money or money that's part of your total compensation. So if you're not taking advantage, you're missing out on that money right away. Also thinking that we need to wait until there's money left over to save. I kept thinking, oh, when I get that next raise, I'll finally have money to save. They kept coming. There was no money left over to save. So it won't happen if we don't prioritize and pay ourselves first. And then the third mistake I see is when we don't have a budget or a spending plan, we tend to not prioritize the things that are important to us. We might have our spending go to things that other people are doing or things that we've always been doing or think we should be doing, but we're not consciously choosing where to put our money in the ways that will make us the happiest.
I don't think kids understand how money grows. Can you give an example of if you put like whatever number, $1,000 in on year one, based on the averages in 20 years, 30 years, what do you have?
Yes, you have a lot more. So that is the beauty of compound interest. And when we invest for retirement or invest outside of retirement, our interest earns interest. So that $100 you put aside, that earns on average over the last 30, 40, 50 years, over 8%, adjusted for inflation. And that 108.4 then grows again. And so the trajectory kind of looks like this. And sometimes when we look at how much it will take to save to retire, it can feel daunting, or what's the point of getting started? But when we have time and we have our interest and investments compounding, it's incredible to see what will happen to that money we put aside.
So how do you get your budget back on track? You say reframe how you think of a budget with this happiness allocations, and how is that how much you spend on disposable stuff?
So the reason I've renamed a budget is because it does deserve a rebrand or a reframe. The word budget has us think it's restricting, it's going to limit our fun, but the truth is, when we have a plan, we can spend on the things that we want and prioritize them without the guilt, because we know it works with our spending and our goals. And so that's why I call budgets happiness allocations. I think the language we use around money is important, and it makes it feel like it's more fun, like it's a gift to ourselves. And that's really what it is. And when we go back to that budgeting equation, what that looks like is money in, so the money that actually hits our bank account, which looks different than our salaries because some things get taken out, and then minus what we're spending and what we're setting aside for goals. And if that number equals 0 or more, then our budget is workable. But if it's less than 0, and if it is, it's okay. That's the case for many of us. But when we start doing this, that means our income is not covering our expenses and our goals right now, and we want to figure that out.
Big thing for the younger generations is repaying these loans. So how do you, aside from maybe not trying to take out as many when you're in college, if you've already got them, how do you pay them down?
Yes. So big thing is taking inventory, knowing what you have and details about each of the loans. And that sounds simple, but a lot of times we're keeping track of all these things in our head, and it's much easier to have them laid out and know all the details, because that allows us to prioritize what is coming first. And so that would be the second step I'd think about when we are repaying our loans. And these steps apply to other types of debt as well. But what we want to do is pay the minimums or pay our monthly payments on each of our loans. And then any additional money goes to that priority number one until it's paid off. And another thing I've seen in my community and with clients is that when we choose an income-based repayment plan and after 10 years, 20 years, the loan is forgiven, a lot of times we don't realize that that is actually treated as taxable income. And so there will be a tax bill associated with that. It doesn't apply if you have public service loan forgiveness or teacher forgiveness, but to look into it, if you are on an income-based repayment plan, to set aside money for taxes so that when the time comes and it's forgiven, that you have that money there to put towards it.
Well, for more, you can check out financialadultingbook.com or the fiscalfemme.com. Thanks for being with us, Ashley.
Thank you for having me.